Top of the day to you, my Audi folks. It's me, Aliza, your host from the remote. Welcome to my podcast, Dreams and Doubts. I am so glad you tuned in because this podcast is for dreamers and believers like you. But before we dive in, let's make sure that we're all set to open our hearts to each other and figure things out together. You can connect with me via LinkedIn and also check out my blog on Medium. I post some really informative pieces of content there. Enough of talking, let's get the ball rolling. Thank you so much for plugging into this episode of Dreams and Doubts. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did bringing it to you. If yes, then make sure you're subscribed to our show and give it a 5-star rating. If you have questions or feedback, you can always leave a comment below. And wait, you can also download this episode and listen to it on the go. Okay, that's enough of the information. See you next Sunday. Cheerio. Hi, how are you? I'm fine. What about you? I'm good. Okay. Bye. Bye, see you. That's it, right? End of the conversation there? When we're talking to people or friends, that's usually the be-all and end-all, isn't it? We fail to understand how to initiate a conversation, what to talk when you're meeting someone after really long, or it's someone unfamiliar to you altogether. It begins and ends at hi and bye. And when you don't talk to them, you can't know them. You can't experience networking. We won't grow. We won't influence. We won't create an impact. Fetching some similarity, striking a legit conversation, putting across your point, conveying your identity, embracing the others, kindles the spark of a long-lasting bond. But what if no points strike you? What if there is nothing common? What if you're put amidst an assorted audience to address? Varied perspectives, strange, unusual environment. We'd get chills down our spines, isn't it? We'd start sweating, we'd shiver, and everything we know would get all blacked out. Public speaking has always been hard. It's scary, it's nerve-wracking, it's dangerous. You don't know what to say. You fear getting mocked at. And the ironic, sad part is that you have so much good stuff gushing into your head, but you just can't let it out. Because it might be criticized and rebutted, and rebuttals have always gotten you into trouble. Being invited on stage and given the opportunity to speak is great for many people, right? It's a great opportunity, but not so much for cowards like us. We don't know how to utilize that opportunity. So we go there and timidly speak all the conventional things in our own broken, tattered language. But still, for consolation, we can say we gathered courage and figured out our way. We did go there and speak something, but did we focus on how did we speak that something? Was it worth listening to? Say you happen to have a rendezvous with the president. That would be the red letter day for you, isn't it? But would you still be able to gather the same fortitude? Can't say about you, but I wouldn't for sure. This leads me to another very important thing, which is to know how to speak, how to put yourself across. And that's determined by the person you're speaking with. When is it that you can take the liberty of being frank and open? When is it that you may use lingos? When is it that you must be formal? When is it that you can crack a joke? And most importantly, when is it that you should just shut up and listen? Difficult to sort ways, but in all of these, there are certain things which are constant. A. Confidence. B. Empathy. C. Patience. And D. Spontaneity. Swearing by these 4 gems, I have seen myself improving with time. Currently, I am someone who is trying to figure out how to stop talking once I start. I'm in love with social networking. Public speaking excites me. I enjoy it. I have no inhibitions speaking of something that's uncommon and unprecedented. If they have any rebuttals for me, bring them on. No doubt giving me a mic for 5 minutes is still dangerous, but not because I can't think of a single word to say in those 5 minutes, but because it's tough to give my thoughts a pause after 5 minutes. Everyone has opinions, right? You do, I do, each one of us does. If you're getting a chance to let the world know how you think, how revolutionary your ideas are, how great your substance is, what's better than that? Speak, listen, acknowledge. People in the world are those who can control our thoughts, behaviors, and actions, not with money, not with power, only with their words and expressions. So go ahead. Top of the day to you, my Audi folks. It's me, Aliza, your host.